Hello and welcome to our English news broadcast here from Canal. First, the top stories of the news. Algeria celebrates the 70th anniversary of the outbreak of the November Glorious Revolution, and the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and National Defense Minister Abdelmajid Tebboune pays tribute to our valiant martyrs. The President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and National Defense Minister Abdelmajid Tebboune chairs the military parade held by the People's National Army. In his keynote speech, the President of the Republic congratulates the Algerian people and commends the great achievements made by the People's National Army. And the Algérie magazine harks back to Algiers' important historic milestones of the November Revolution. Welcome back. The President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and the National Defense Minister Abdelmajid Tebboune chaired today the military parade held by the People's National Army on the occasion of commemorating the 70th anniversary of the November Glorious Revolution, accompanied by the Army General. The PNA Chief of Staff Said Chingriha reviewed the participating detachments representing the different forces. The parade was marked by the presence of several heads of state as guests of honor, in addition to prominent historic figures, members of the government and representatives of the diplomatic corps accredited to Algeria. So early today, the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and National Defense Minister Abdelmajid Tebboune headed to the Martyrs Sanctuary, where he paid tribute to the martyrs of the Glorious Liberation War. He was welcomed by the Speaker of the Council of the Nation, the head of the National Popular Assembly, the Prime Minister, the head of the Constitutional Court, and the Army General and the PNA Chief of Staff. In addition to Principal Private Secretary to the Presidency and government members. The head of state laid a wreath of flowers at the commemorative stele. Subsequently, he recited the Fatiha, the opening chapter of the Holy Quran in memory of the Shuhada or martyrs. And as mentioned before, the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and the National Defense Minister, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chaired this mega military parade, which was marked by colorful scenes displaying the capabilities of our ground, air and naval forces, to the great joy of Algeria's guests and citizens who flocked to the event venue to follow closely the parade. More details in this extensive report by Melissa Kabash.
The parade was organized by the People's National Army at the level of the National Road number 11 and witnessed the participation of different forces of the PNA, the National Security, that of Civil Defense and the Algerian Customs. Present during the event, heads of state, delegations of brotherly and friendly countries, high state officials, members of the government, members of the revolutionary family, representatives of the diplomatic corps accredited to Algeria, invited to celebrate with Algeria this glorious event. The military parade kicked off by aerial parades executed in the sky of the Bay of Algiers by aircraft belonging to the PNA, namely tactics transport planes, reconnaissance planes, fighter and bomber aircrafts, accompanied by fighter helicopters, thereof reconnaissance, transport, search and rescue helicopters. Thousands of proud citizens hoisted the national flag and chanted patriotic slogans at the first hours of the day along the entire road to witness this event, well organized thanks to the mobilization of both military and security authorities, the services of Algiers, as well as members of civil society who worked to guarantee the comfort of citizens.
السيد رئيس الجمهورية القائد الأعلى للقوات المسلحة وزير الدفاع الوطني القوات.
With the sound of 70 cannon shots and under the escort of a Republican Guard troop of horsemen and a motorcycle squadron of the National Gendarmerie, the President of the Republic, accompanied by the Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, Army General Said Shangriha, reviewed a military detachment that took part in the parade representing the different forces of the People's National Army.
مربع شمال الأمة، القوات البرية، القوات الجوية، قوات الدفاع الجوي عن الإقليم، القوات البحرية، الترك الوطني. مربع الأمن الوطني الخاص.
President Tebboune hailed those present along the parade's road. The crowd, for its part, hailed the President of the Republic. The President of the Republic listened to the national anthem, accompanied by Algeria's guests, composed of heads of states, delegations representing the different countries, and high state officials. The squadron of the People's National Army then hailed the President of the Republic as well as Algeria's guests.
إلى هيئة الاستعراض المربعات عاديا سير.
The different detachments representing the cavalry, the Mujahideen, cadets of the nation, land forces, air forces, the territories air defense forces, the naval forces, the national gendarmerie, the polytechnic military school, the preparatory national school of engineering, the transmission department, alongside detachments of the General Directorate of Customs and that of Civil Defense.
مياهنا الإقليمية الدرع الواقي للسواحل الوطنية مربع المدرسة العليا للدرك الوطني الشهيد مواز أحمد رجال يسهرون على الحفاظ على الأمن والسكينة وصل إلى المنصة الشمال الأمن الوطني. هؤلاء الرجال هم العنوان لأمن المواطنين وممتلكاتهم. مربع المديرية العامة للحماية المدنية العين الصاهرة على تقديم الإسعافات الأولية في الحالات الحرجة. هم قوة الحسم فخر الجزائر في كل الأوقات. حناجرهم تزلزل الأرض، حماسهم يعكس الهيبة والإقدام. إنهم أفراد القوات الخاصة كلهم قوة واستعداد. هم للشجاعة والإصرار عنوان. حرابهم بقلوبهم الثائرة التي لا تهاب الموت من أجل الجزائر، من أجل استقرار وأمن الجزائر.
And combat vehicles led by different types of tanks.
في مختلف المهام في شتى أنواع العمليات أمام قيد الأهداف المعادية بفعالية كبيرة. تتقدم أمامكم أيها الحضور وحدة فرعية بقوام سرية مشاة ميكانيكي، وهي مزودة بمدفع من طراز دوزاي 48 ورشاش خفيف وقاعدتين لإطلاق الصواريخ الموجهة ضد الدروع برق وقاذف القنابل آجي 30. هي عربات مدرعة تم تزويدها بمحطة قتالية للكشف والرماية وسرعة الحركة. بها سرية الهاون على عربة من نوع نمر تعملان ضمن وحدات الاقتحام تمتازان بالفعالية في تدمير وإسكات القوى البشرية والوسائل النارية المعادية.
Aerial military formations decorated the sky of the capital with aerial demonstrations followed by skydivers.
القطاع الجوي لتفسح المجال لعبور الطائرة الرئاسية إيرباص 345. قدموا التشكيلة القتالية الجناح التكتيكي تتضمن قوة ل4 طائرات للإسناد والتوغل سوخوي 24 و6 طائرات للدفاع الجوي سوخوي 30. تشكيل يؤديه صقور الجو بأعلى قدر من الكفاءة والاحترافية لتعزيز حصن الحماية الجوية للأجواء السيادية والمصالح الوطنية. لوحة بألوان الراية الوطنية، بألوان علم طالما خفق في سماء العز وذرى البطولة، يرسمه حماة سماء الوطن ويشمخون به نحو العلا والمجد والسيادة. يتزامن هذا المرور وبتنسيق محكم بعبور سرب قوامه 15 طائرة. أنتم سادة الجو، دروع الوطن.
This immense ceremony was followed by a parade carried by naval forces.
الكاسح 2 والكاسح 3. هذا النوع من استعداد دائم لبذل أرواحهم فداك وفداء الوطن. فالحق غير المسنود بالقوة يبقى سراب بعيد المنال. وللسيدات والسادة ضيوف الجزائر الأعزاء، نحن الرياح ونحن البحر والسفن. جزائرنا قدس الله عزها وبارك ذكرها وعضد بأبنائها سليل الدماء الطاهرة ألقها ومجدها وعلياءها. مرحبا بالسبعينية، مرحبا بالسبعينية، نحيي بها ذاكرة قيمية. مرحبا بالسبعينية، تبقين على عهد الوفاء، تبقين على عهد الوفاء لشرف تصونه السماء، ونوفيه بهذا المقام تعظيما لدماء الشهداء.
Before announcing the closure of the military parade.
على القوات المسلحة وزير الدفاع الوطني نهاية مراسم الاستعراض. اللواء سيدنا علي المشرف العام على الاستعراض.
A colourful parade indeed. Taking the floor during the military parade, the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and National Defence Minister Abdelmajid Tebboune gave an address in which he underlined that Algeria, that triumphed over colonialism, keeps achieving all their breakthroughs thanks to the trust of and the efforts of its sons, always faithful to the legacy of our valiant martyrs. The gist of the speech with Manal Mafa.
الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه إلى يوم الدين. في هذا اليوم المبارك الأغر أتوجه بأخلص التهاني.
In his keynote speech on this glorious occasion, President Abdelmajid Tebboune congratulated the resilient Algerian people and extended his warmest greetings to Algeria's guests, the distinguished leaders of brotherly countries and Algeria's friends. He thanked them for their kind words and expressed his deep appreciation for attending this joyous celebration. Their presence honors Algeria's stance and its contributions to establishing peace and stability in the region, as well as its steadfast support for just causes and the right of peoples to peace and development. This enduring national occasion, filled with pride, glory and honor, continues to demonstrate that Algeria, which once triumphed over colonialism, is confidently achieving new victories thanks to the dedication of its sons and daughters who remain loyal to the legacy of the honored, valiant martyrs.
في هذه الذكرى السبعين لاندلاع ثورة التحرير المجيدة أتوجه بالتحية إلى الجيش الوطني الشعبي وكل الأسلاك الأمنية.
The head of state continued his speech by greeting the People's National Army, all security forces, and those stationed at the borders defending our sacred land. He also honored the ones safeguarding the national skies and maritime borders, always prepared to make sacrifices to preserve the legacy of our noble martyrs and defend the Republic and its achievements.
في هذا اليوم المجيد حرصنا أشد الحرص أن يكون الاستعراض العسكري في مستوى أبعاد ورمزية الذكرى السبعين.
The President of the Republic reiterated that the utmost care has been taken to ensure that the military parade reflected the significance and symbolism of the 70th anniversary, honoring the sacrifices of its makers as a tribute to those who safeguarded the legacy. This event also reaffirms the sacred bond between the people and the sons and daughters of the People's National Army who came from the heart of the nation, acting with deep patriotism, steadfast commitment and genuine loyalty. He emphasized as well that the People's National Army, as the successor of the Liberation Army, holds a defensive doctrine. Its arms are solely aimed at defending Algeria and protecting its national sovereignty, while contributing to the international and regional peace in accordance with our country's international commitments, respect of the international law, and within the framework of the Constitution.
ورغم الظروف الاقتصادية والأمنية الراهنة التي يشهدها العالم.
In his statement, the President clarified that despite the current economic challenges facing the world, the path of building the new Algeria continues and achieving progress through promising development projects. This is made possible by the combined efforts of all dedicated patriots who strive to elevate our country, utilizing its resources and open up to new horizons.
أقف بخشوع وإجلال مترحما على أرواح شهدائنا الأبرار.
At the end of his speech, the President of the Republic expressed his reverence, honoring the souls of the valiant martyrs, the martyrs of the popular resistance, the glorious November Revolution, and those who fell in the line of the national duty. He then saluted Algeria with eternal glory. Long live Algeria.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. وأعلن رسميا عن انطلاق الاستعراض العسكري. شكرا.
Still with the same events, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received Algeria's guests attending this major event, including the Sahara President, Ibrahim Ghali. The President Abdelmajid Tebboune received as well the Mauritanian President Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al Ghazouani. The head of state, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received equally the Tunisian President, Kais Saied. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received the Chairman of Libya's Presidential Council, Mohammed Yunus Al-Manfi. Subsequently, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, held discussions with the Sahara President, Ibrahim Ghali, the Mauritanian Head of State, Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al Ghazouani, the Tunisian President, Kais Saied, in addition to the Chairman of Libya's Presidential Council, Mohammed Yunus Al-Manfi. And a souvenir photo was taken by the President of the Republic and Algeria's guests to mark this event. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, held a face-to-face meeting with the Chairman of Libya's Presidential Council, Mohammed Yunus Al-Manfi. The President of the Republic received here in Algiers as well several friends of the Algerian Revolution, including the grandson of Mandela's Wivele Mandela and Rosine Jella Mati, the granddaughter of Enrico Mate, member of the International Association of Friends of Algeria, the grandson of former Chilean President Salvador Allende, in addition to Aleida Guevara, the daughter of the iconic figure Aristide Che Guevara and the host of France of the Algerian Revolution. Still with the presidential activities and at the Beni Massus military circle, the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and National Defense Minister, Abdelmajid Tebboune, attended a ceremony commemorating this major event with the presence of high-ranking state officials. After listening to the national anthem, a musical show was performed and a documentary film produced by the Information and Communication Directors belonging to the PNA was screened, retracing the clear-sighted vision of those who were behind the outbreak of the November Revolution.
تحت إشرافكم سيد الرئيس على تنظيم هذه الاحتفالية، احتفالية المجد
To military cooperation now, and on the sidelines of his visit to Algeria in order to attend the 1st of November festivities, Army General Said, Chief of Staff Said Chingriha, Chief of Staff of the PNA, received today Deputy Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation, Alexander Fomin, at the headquarters of the People's National Army. This meeting highlights the military cooperation between Algeria and Russia, reflecting their strategic partnership and mutual interest in defense matters. On this occasion, Army General Said Chingriha expressed his gratitude to the Russian side for accepting the invitation to attend the military parade ceremonies. For his part, Deputy Minister of Defense Alexander Fomin expressed his pleasure at visiting Algeria and attending the ceremonies, hailing the high level of organization and the quality and cohesion of the participating units. At the end of the meeting, both parties exchanged symbolic gifts. Following this, Fomin signed the Golden Book at the headquarters of the PNA, marking a significant moment in the ongoing military cooperation between Algeria and Russia. And the Algérie magazine, which devoted its last issue to the milestones of Algeria's history, notably the glorious November Revolution and its lofty values that were crowned with Algeria's freedom and independence. Let's know more with Manal Mafa once again.
On the Path of Heroes, this is the title chosen by Algérie magazine in its latest issue, emphasizing the commitment of new generations to rise to the challenge. Let us preserve the oath. The magazine revisits the glorious November 1st revolution, marking its 70th anniversary this month. This monumental revolution was driven by a group of loyal young Algerians who believed in the certainty of their victory, as highlighted in the editorial. It stresses that Algeria is advancing confidently toward development and prosperity, with the necessary factors now in place, backed by tangible achievements. This aspiration was shared by our brave Shuhada and valiant Mujahideen, who, as President Abdelmajid Tebboune noted, command admiration and respect in an Algeria proud of its courageous people and ambitious youth. The editorial reflects on the achievements of the People's National Army, which has made significant strides in development and professionalism, evident in its successful mission execution across all levels. The Army General Said Chingriha emphasized that these missions are vital for the Army, equipping it to face challenges in a constantly evolving regional environment. In conclusion, the editorial reminds us that Algeria has always supported just causes globally, standing with oppressed peoples, particularly the Palestinian people, facing aggression from the Zionist occupier. Algeria also advocates for the Sahrawi people's right to self-determination and the establishment of their independent state in line with international legitimacy.
Glory to our November, to our valiant martyrs, to our country as well. With this, our bulletin comes to an end. Tomorrow, another day, other news. Keep tuning to our channel and program. Take care. Bye-bye for now.